It's a habit now. It's a habit to bring out the chocobo. I could just jog. Oh, it's a fast zone. Oh man, this is way quicker. Hi Tataru. Bye Tataru. I'm really quick right now. Amphilia, we are none the wiser, alas and alack. Have you had any, clues in my absence? What is Tataru doing here? Welcome back, Seren. I am reliably informed the investigation took you to Quarry Mill and Little Alamigo. So tell me, were you able to learn aught of La Habrea? La Habrea? Maybe we should just say La Habrea. Planted the knowledge of summoning in impressionable young minds, you say? Precisely the kind of deception the Arsians would employ. While many of the ills that ail the land can be attributed to the calamity, some are being brought about by a malign will. We must needs delve deeper into this, while things remain quiet on the primal front. All work and no play makes Nymphilia a dull scion. Did you say something? Nothing, my lady. Well, that added nothing to the conversation. Mayhap we ought to rest a while before speaking further of the investigation. I don't want that. Fine, I'll eat it. Happy? Well, let's go. Oh, it was a drink. I thought it was food. While you were tending to business in Thanalan, some new information arrived courtesy of our friends, the Sylphs. An individual fitting La Habrea's description has been sighted in the north of the Shroud. The sighting comes in the wake of a series of mysterious deaths in the selfsame area. My instincts tell me that our man is involved. I would have you continue your investigation where you left off. 12 willing. We'll pick up La Habrea's trail once more. Eorzea can furnish you with the details. Pray speak with her, and take it from there. As always, be careful out there, Seren. Can furnish you with the details. What peculiar phrasing, Nymphilia. Walking One is to investigate Sinister One, then heed well this one's words. This one is friends with the Walking One in the Ash Crown Consortium. According to Friendly One, a Digging One named Medrod had an encounter with a scary Master One. This Master One is the most certainly Sinister One. Walking One should go and speak with Digging One, Medrod. Hey, how did I regress back to Walking One, by the way? Digging One is to be found at Fallgourd Float in the North Shroud. Hey, well, we went there recently. So we should be able to do that. Ooh, that's expensive. This way. Is it in the house? The really cool looking house? Oh, it's a bar. Sorry, it's a tavern. Well, there seems to be a lot of conversation going on here. Medrod? Please leave me be. I'm not long for this world. You don't look injured to me. I looked death in the face. 'Tis only a matter of time before he comes for me, just like he came for that poor woman. Medrod is clearly traumatized. Perhaps if you were to soothe him, he might remain calm for long enough to hold a conversation. Ugh. I hate doing this, because then I've got to change my conversation to tell and then soothe. That is not the correct button. Then go back to free company. You're right. It's not as bad as it seems. I saw something terrible, that's true, but that hardly means I'm going to suffer the same fate. Thanks to you, I can think straight again. I could have bitch slapped you, that would have done it just as well. I believe I can even recount what I saw without losing it. Unless someone got beheaded in front of you, you need to get over it. It was just another ordinary day. I was headed back to the float when I noticed a suspicious character in the distance. A masked man garbed head to toe in black. He had a hideous fiend in tow, a winged creature that was all eyeball and jagged teeth. Taken by curiosity, I crept as near as I dared. To see the corpse of a woman. One glimpse was enough to tell me that she'd died a gruesome death. Yeah, but that's real. She's not beheaded or anything. She's not dismembered. Just dead? I can think of worse things to witness than just someone who's already dead. In that instant, I knew right away that the masked man was a minion of Thal, come to claim her soul for his realm. Okay. Doesn't really explain your state. What? You're investigating the same masked man? I mean, I'm still assuming that there aren't multiple masked men, you know, skipping around town, gallivanting about the world. If that's the case, we'll help you in whatever way we can. Your two friends seem rather put together, comparatively, but I suppose they didn't see the dead body. Aye, anything to ensure that we won't have to suffer Medrod's hysteria ever again. I told you, bitch slapping would have gotten him right out of it. I don't know why you guys didn't try that. Alright, teamwork. God, he's all smiley and shit now. He recovered quickly. That's what I wanted to... Wait, I haven't been that bad, have I? Dude, what I just walked into was an atrocity. At any rate, I'm all for helping this adventurer. It's the least I can do to repay her for comforting me. Yeah, my method of comfort is either physical violence or logic. That's the only two pieces of help you're going to get from me. If you want sympathies and compassion, you need to go to somebody else. So here's what I know about the deaths. All the victims were found with their faces torn to shreds. Okay, now if you'd led with that kind of information, bro, I'd be a little more understandable, because that is quite horrific. Among the local fauna, only the scalekin known as Ziz can inflict such wounds. That's why some folk are pointing the finger at them. I somehow doubt that the answer's that simple, but for the sake of thoroughness, we should look into it. Why don't you put down, say, 3 of the creatures, and see if you can find any proof connecting them to the deaths. 3 absolutely randomly chosen creatures, and you want to see if they have any connection to the deaths. Somehow I don't think they will, because that is rather nonsensical. Down? Up? I need a direction, please. That's not the creature we seek. Excuse me. Z's. Next. Bye. Sit through, right? Excuse me. I'm so glad I can just go straight through. I wish you wouldn't stop moving when you did that. When you dismounted. You've already seen to the Ziz. Good work, adventurer. So, were you able to find aught to suggest that the creatures are our culprits? I don't think they are. Nothing? Truth be told, even if there were proof, I wouldn't know what it looked like. I mean, I was thinking the same thing, but I thought you would know since you gave me the quest. Anyway, I believe we can safely strike Ziz from our list of suspects, which leaves us with the masked man in his winged eyeball. There's something else I heard about the deaths. It appears all the victims have been comely maidens. I better watch myself, eh? Well, somebody's vain. Unseemly japes aside, there's a rumour been going around. There's some as whisper that, after each victim died, her rancor went into the great big rock southwest of here, causing it to flash and moan. Okay? A moaning rock. This bears investigating, I reckon. I'm going to give you a fire sand stick to blow off a piece of that crack. Okay? The stick doesn't come with a fuse or anything, so you'll just have to throw the thing. Once you've torn the rock a new one, bring back some of the fragments and I'll give them a gander. Using items and areas. Some key items are used on areas rather than single targets. First, click on the item icon displayed in the duty list. Yep. Upon selecting the item, a glowing radius will appear on the ground that can be moved freely with the mouse into the desired position before executing. Okay, and what about you? Eorzea. There is something you should know. I have been keeping this to myself, lest I worsen Medrod's paranoia, but I too have seen the winged eyeball. I cannot say whether it was coincidence, but my sighting took place precisely the same time as Medrod's. I was heading home after a day of digging when a shadow fell over me. Looking up, I found myself locked in a gaze with a giant eyeball. I let out a scream at the top of my lungs and ran without once looking back. This happened at the rocky area west of here, in case you had a mind to investigate. West, you say? Well, what direction is the other quest in? They both look like they're to the west of me. One's down there, and one... Oh, there. They're both to the west of me. Okay. Again, do I have to go up or am I okay going down? Well, the one lower looks like it's down. Actually, they both look like they're down. Destination. Destination unknown. Surveying. The exact same spot I was in 2 seconds ago is suddenly going to give me more information than when I was last here. Hello? Hi! A heavy bane mite. Oh, I can use my garage. Oh, it doesn't matter, it's dead. Bye! Okay, let's go find this supposed rock. Hi, Clay Golems. How you doing? Rock. This rock? I think it's this rock. Is that where you want me to toss it? Toss me. It's like a weird spot to toss it. Wouldn't you toss it at a part where it's likely to come apart? Okay, that's absolutely not where that should have gone, but okay. Oh, sweet baby Jesus, this is going to take an eternity at this rate. Just as well I can't be harmed by the things in the area. Jeez Louise. Absolutely not going back on foot. Alright, who wants to be spoken to first? I'm going to speak to Eorzea first, actually. A monstrous Banamite, appeared, and you slew it. The creature had long been a scourge upon the folk of Fallgourd. Intentional or no, you've done us great service. You have my gratitude. But it still does make me wonder, was it truly a winged eyeball I saw? Or merely a trick of light blind panic? But I mean, if you both saw it, it probably was a winged eyeball. But then was one of you influenced by the other and that one described it as a winged eyeball? So the other person was like, oh, that's totally what I saw when it wasn't. Most folk are too scared to go within 100 yards of the Rock of Rancor. Aye, it has a name. What's a few vengeful spirits to a dauntless adventurer like you, eh? Oh, take your damn humming crystals. Huh? Why, these are just your garden variety crystals. 'Tis a bit hard to tell beneath all the dirt and grime, but they're definitely lightning aspected. I almost hate to say it, but it explains the flashing and moaning. Nothing to do with the masked stranger. Looks like I've gone and wasted both your time and a perfectly good fire sand stick. Oh well. Oh well. Oh well. Then what do we do next? Oh, he's back to melancholic. There have been no promising leads in the murders. I can scarce get a wink of sleep knowing that the killer is still at large. Judging by your furrowed brows, I take it this sorry business troubles you as much as it does me. His brows aren't furrowed, they're downward turned. I had been pondering my encounter. I was uncertain for a time, but there can be no doubt. It was a winged eyeball that I witnessed. It's implausible that I could have mistaken so distinct a creature for a banelite. Completely different shapes, can I just say. And textures. But you and I were miles apart. How can we have both seen it at precisely the same time? Because there's more than one? What's more, I adventure a friend here had a run-in with the banelite at the very spot you claimed to see that fiendish eyeball. Isn't that right? Are they causing hallucinations? There must be an explanation. I know I saw an eyeball with wings. I would wager an apple tart on it. Ooh, he's serious. But listen, mayhap it's not as mysterious as we're making it out to be. There's no reason why there couldn't be. Screaming? Nope. Gods, of course. There must be more than one of the buggers. I don't know why that was such a big, dramatic realization. It was kind of the only obvious solution to the problem. So obvious. Then that means, since there have been repeated sightings of these fiends, then there must be even more victims as yet undiscovered. Gulp. What? What do you want of me? I do believe we're out of our depth. We ought to leave the rest to the and do what? Keep my eyes peeled for sightings of eyeballs? Yes, we're just civilians after all. Good luck, adventurer. It was a pleasure knowing you. While I burn to know the truth, some things are best left unknown. Lest you have forgotten, it was at the rocky area to the west that I had my encounter. Should you discover aught of note, you'll want to alert the authorities. There is a guardhouse nearby. The serpents there should be pleased for any information that pertains to the security of the region. Wow! Great team effort, guys. I'm really feeling the love and the team spirit. Guess I'll go take myself off west, shall I? Search for a maiden's... It's so ambiguous. Search for a maiden's corpse west of Fallgourd. Really back where we were. So if we see a gentleman's corpse, we should just discount it and move on. Again, am I assuming I'm going down or am I supposed to be going up? Hello? I don't know. Well, this is certainly going to hurt. Oh, you missed it. 40 HP and a dream. At least my chocobo can't die in that particular context. That's nice. Search for a maiden's corpse. Oh, I see a mangled corpse over here. Is it mangled though? Looks normal to me. Hi. I found your floating eyeball, although I must profess that it's not just a floating eyeball, good lord. Bye. It's just a creature with a large eyeball. It isn't technically a floating eyeball. Present the ravaged corpse to Eorzea. Okay. I'm just gonna do that. It's probably gonna take the same amount of time, but whatever. Hi! Greetings, adventurer. Is there aught I might assist you with? Yes, I have just brought an entire corpse in the form of a flower to you, and she has been very much defiled, according to the description. Gods be good, not again. No matter how many bodies I see... Oh, they put paper over it. I cannot seem to get used to the horrid sight. Poor woman. And I suppose it's probably harder to identify them as well when they have no face. It's not like they have dental records back in this day or age, or fingerprint records. Identical deaths have been reported in the central shroud, while the masked stranger you seek does not seem to feature in any. Sightings of the winged eyeball are common enough. The creature appears to be moving the bodies, but to what end, none can say. The victims have all been young women. All are found with their faces mutilated beyond recognition. It's been difficult to identify them, I told you, so as to notify their next of... This button, engraved with a lily motif. The very same object was found upon another victim. A family sigil, or that of an organisation, perhaps? Very observant, sir. I would never have seen a button. Either way, I dare to hope that this find will prove pivotal in solving the murders. Okay, so what does it mean? Who do you want me to take the button to? I would have you hold on to the lily button. You will need it to continue your investigation. Well, it isn't standard procedure to entrust key evidence to individuals. I dare say it isn't. You've proven yourself reliable and resourceful in this matter. I see no reason why you shouldn't carry on your work. If I might make a suggestion, you may wish to take the button to Kridania and have it examined by Mioun. Perhaps someone in her vast network of contacts can shed light upon the sigil. Okay, that is a viable idea. Let's go to Mother Mioun. It's been a while, Mother Mioun. Very long time since I spoke with you. I don't even remember what I did for your voice. Not that I've been consistent, even remotely, but still. Oh. Oh, that's the dude in front of you. I was like, oh, blue? What? So much for the main quest, but no. Good morrow to you, Seren. By your grim expression, I suspect that you aren't here for scones and herb tea. I'll pass on the tea, but I'll take the scones, but make sure that there is jam or cream, or I don't want them. Wow, isn't this a lovely little button? The engraving is quite exquisite. Artisan level quality, I would say. Where did you say you found this? On a dead body? Lovely. Anyway, I'm afraid I do not recognize the lily sigil. You will have to find the answer the old-fashioned way, by asking around. You could do worse than beginning with Bernadette, over by the Aetherite Plaza. She has a sharp pair of eyes, that one. Okay, well what does this girl want? Now Gamdula. Which is the patrons of the Carline Canopy would keep a closer eye on their belongings? What does that unlock for me at level 20? As if I'm not busy enough with that playing lost and found. Oh, do forgive me, friend. Once again, one of our customers has departed without her belongings, and I'm at a loss what to do about it. Sell it. While I understand that adventurers have many cares on their minds, it would make my life much easier if they could keep their personal effects in order. But you did not come here to lend an ear to my grumblings. This is the book in question. The face of its owner was unfamiliar to me, but Errol over there seemed quite smitten with her, as with every pretty lass he lays his eyes on, but that's neither here nor there. Might it trouble you to inquire as to the girl's whereabouts? I found the man to be less than forthcoming ever since I spurned his advances. Ah! I see. That's unfortunate. Where's Errol? Errol! Hi. Ah, this sweet little thing. Ugh, vomit. With the journal. Of course I remember her. I remember her well. Had a smile to warm the heart and a laugh. A lilt, one might say, to tickle the depths of the soul. Blech. And she was most eager to hear tales of my many tales, which speaks to a keen and sensitive mind. Oh God, sir, you're horrible. You're cringy and... Blech. Jilly, I believe was her name. No, that's not right. Jilly was the redhead from last week. Oh my God. Ah, damned if I can remember. You must understand, no small number of comely lasses seek out my company. I dare say keeping all the names and faces straight is an adventure in itself. You make me sick. Anyway, the girl spoke of paying a visit to up Karlu Falls before travelling on. Like as not, you'll find her there now, shedding a tear or two at our parting. Do pass along my regards if you see her. She should be readily recognizable in that charming straw hat of hers. Ugh. You are an absolute class A prick, sir, might I just say. So Bernadette is right there. Need help tracking down the owner of a button? That's certainly not a request I receive on a regular basis. Well, go on then, show me what you have. Seems to be some manner of decorative button, reminiscent of those worn by families of old, though I cannot claim to know its sigil. However, I can say with certainty that the white lily is a recurring theme in Gridanian culture. Bernadette, the corpses that have these buttons on them were found in Gridania. I never had any doubt that it belonged to a Gridanian. Alas, I do not know who would make a personal sigil of it. If there is a soul in Gridania who does, it would be Sayan Guled over at the Lancers Guild. The woman makes a point of knowing all citizens on a full-name basis. What is that Vieri over there doing? Wish my character could dance like that. My character dances like an absolute twat. Where was the Lancers Guild again? Ah, it's north. Oh, all the way up there. Dude, I'm so fast traveling. Oh my god, you're doing that on top of the balustrade? The railing? That's skilled. There she is. Bernadette believes that I can help you. Well, that is a rather bold assumption to make. I will try to assist, never you fear, but whether aught comes of it is another matter. Now then, what do you require of me? Fascinating. Work of this quality is rarely seen in the hands of ordinary Gridanians. The owner of this button is most certainly well-to-do. You may wish to take your search to the Gentry's Ward, northwest of here. Wait, a memory comes to me. Of late, there has been a man who is perpetually seated at the bench by the ward's entrance. His name is Ursandel, and I distinctly recall seeing a markedly similar button upon the breast of his jacket. I dare say he can tell you a thing or two about it. Yay! Thank you for being so knowledgeable. Oh, this was not a good way to go at all. Ah! Hi. I don't see any such button unless you mean these buttons. I do not believe we are acquainted. Pray leave me to my thoughts. How about no? The sigil of the D'Artancourt's family. D'Artancourt? D'Artancourt? Meh. How is it that you came to be in possession of this button? From the body of a murdered woman? Her face. Was it marred in any way? Oh, very much so. I had feared as much. I can no longer feign ignorance. I shall reveal to you the truth of the deaths, but on one condition. You promise to put an end to my lady's madness and free her from her torment. I mean, that's a big ask when I don't know the context. Get back up here, sir. I was once a manservant in the employ of one of the oldest and proudest families in Gridania, the D'Artancourts. During that time, I had the honour of waiting upon Lady Armandine, mistress of the household. Fair as summer was she, and possessed of a heart befitting her radiance. Alas, the calamity wrought a great change in her. Though my lady escaped with her life, death may well have been a kinder fate. Never will I forget the day her bandages were removed, and she beheld her disfigured face for the first time. At that moment, the kindly woman I knew ceased to be. May I ask how no one recognizes this button? If this family was as old and, prodigious as you've said that they were, everybody should know the sigil in the city. It's only been 5 years since she had her problem and, I assume, faded into obscurity. Everybody should know the sigil in this location. Unable to bear the thought of being seen, my lady sequestered herself within her chambers and refused all company. This continued for many uneasy moons, until one day, without warning, she began receiving queer guests. None among us knew whence they came, these masked men, but my lady believed that they would help her regain that which she had lost. So began The rites of rejuvenation. These rituals seemed innocent enough in the beginning, but grew ever more grotesque as time went by. Eventually, there came a day when my lady bound one of her handmaidens to her bed and proceeded to mutilate the poor girl's face. Suffice it to say, she did not survive the ordeal. It fell to me to dispose of her body. I performed the dreadful task as bade, obedient servant that I was. When the time came to return to the house, my legs refused to move. I knew then that I could not go back to that place, not after that nightmare I had witnessed. So it was that I left Hawk Manor, my home for nigh on half a century. That's sad. Long did I weep for the girl who was slain, and longer still for the woman that Lady Amandine had been. Yet one cannot weep forever, and I endeavoured to put the matter behind me. Indeed, I resolved never to speak of my experience, until you appeared before me. My lady's madness must be ended, lest more innocent lives be lost. Lay her tormented soul to rest, as you swore to me you would. She awaits you at Hawk Manor, on the western edge of the central shroud. Go now, go and do what must be done. I will happily slay your lady, and free her from her mortal coil and misery. However, there is a quest here before I keep going. And where is your quest? Ooh, I haven't done that quest. I should probably grab that quest as well while I'm here. Link Shell Distributor. I don't know what that means. Yeah, we should grab us on while we're here. Whack. Hello, Millith Ironheart. How did you get Jilly out of Millith? Pardon, I don't believe we've met. You're something of mine, you say? Indeed. The age-worn log. Detailed sketchings of landscapes and vistas numbering in the hundreds. Oh, she's dedicated to what she does. How did you leave it behind? My journal, thank the 12, in my haste to escape the clutches of that insufferable muttonmonger. It slipped my mind entirely. Might I be so bold as to ask your name? Seren Lindenfell, and I will kill that motherfucker for being such a creepy, handsy bastard. You have my gratitude, Seren. It may not look like much, but I count this humble diary among my most prized possessions. Its pages brim with tales of the most heart-stirring sights to be seen in our realm, as told to me by the sensitive souls I have met in my travels across Eorzea. Tales that have struck me with a most incurable case of wanderlust. As an adventurer, you too have seen the realm, I am sure. But I would ask you, Seren, have you truly seen her, borne witness to Eorzea and her myriads of splendour? Have you stood on the palm-fringed beaches of Costa del Sol? Interesting that you have Costa del Sol when that's also in Final Fantasy VII. Just as the sun peeks out over the horizons, like the Golden Sorceress, its rays kissing the sands beneath your feet. Have you lost yourself in the night sky of the Sangoli, adrift amidst a boundless sea of stars? But why do I even try to convey words with what you must be seen to be appreciated? To our fortune, whithersoever we wander, Eorzea's beauty is but a stone's throw away. If I may quote from my journal, yes, this is the one. Afore the fane, beneath the two that are as one, her divine cup runneth over with light ethereal. Such were the conjurer's words, and I would see as she saw. I saw for myself before coming here, and I can assure you the conjurer spoke true. Indulge me, go there and look out upon the beauty before you. I would hear your thoughts. Okay. That's great. This way? Yes.